Welcome. In this short video, we'll draw your attention on the impact that the notion of state aid can have on your application. According to Article 107 of the Treaty on the Functioning of the European Union, in order to be considered state aid, a funded activity must fulfill all the following criteria. It's quite a complex analysis, performed by the Joint Secretariat, in charge to verify the state aid compliance of the submitted application through a dedicated assessment focused on these 5 criteria. Also, project partners are required to make a state aid self-assessment in GEMS, focusing on the status of undertaking and the existence of an economic advantage for undertaking inside and outside the partnership. Each partner is required to insert its answers and justifications. The feedback given by the system may lead to different scenarios. There is a risk of state aid. There is a risk of indirect state aid. No risk of state aid. In the case of the first 2 results, it is also possible to flag the instrument to apply. For example, the de minimis or general block exemption regulation. In case of state aid relevance of project activities, the general block exemption regulation is the main program option. Actually, Articles 20 and 20A are specifically conceived for European territorial cooperation in order to reduce the administrative burden both for the managing authority and for the project partners. In particular, Article 20, even if public sources cannot exceed 80% of the PP total budget, gives the possibility to grant aids up to 2.2 million per undertaking and per project. Article 20A, due to the limited amount of the aid, is normally used to grant aid to undertakings outside the partnership, indirect aids. For example, it can be applied to voucher schemes, trainings, etc. Finally, the general de minimis regulation, even if it implies complex administrative checks, could be a second-best option to be considered for those project partners who can receive, in addition to the European Regional Development Fund contribution, also the Italian public co-financing,